kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make empanadas. Everybody raves over my empanadas and they don't realize how easy it is to make. So I'm going to share with you my recipe for chicken empanadas. Right now I have a chicken breast. I deboned a few of them here, but if you want to buy the economy size chicken breast, it's cheaper if it comes in the bone, and I save the bones for chicken stock. In the meantime, I have some extra chicken breast left from the family size bucket. I have it in water here, and I am just going to put some ice over it because tonight I am going to use it to make chicken ricotta. So let's start with our chicken. We are going to take the skin off. And you could certainly buy the chicken breast already deboned and skin off if it's easier for you. It's just more economical to buy it with the bone in and the skin on. You just pull the skin back and remove all that tissue that you don't want on your chicken, and we are going to bone out our chicken breast. I already cleaned my chicken. I put it in vinegar water for about 5 minutes. I rinsed it out, put a little bit of more water and rinsed it out again. So I gave it a double rinse. So that bone has a lot of meat and it would be perfect for either a soup or a chicken stock. You don't need to cut the breast anymore, just cut it into 3 pieces. And we're gonna add it to the rest of our chicken. We are gonna get this board out of the way. You don't wanna cut or use the knife or the board again because it's already contaminated with the chicken. You don't want to cross to any other of your kitchen items. At this time, I want to disinfect the area where I cut the chicken because I am going to use it to stuff my empanadas later, and I just want to make sure everything is bacteria free. Just some Clorox and water. Make sure everything is nicely disinfected. This time we are going to season our chicken. So we're going to take my original sofrito and add, depending on how much chicken you make, I have about 5 chicken breasts here. I am going to add 2 tablespoons of my original sofrito, or 1 tablespoon of my green sofrito. I am going to add salt, just about a little bit over half a tablespoon, and you add as you taste when the chicken is cooking and fully cook through. And if you like, you could add some pepper. Hot pepper flakes. I like a little kick in the chicken. We're gonna mix all this together. Mix everything together. That chicken is looking all covered in all that sofrito. So in the meantime, we're gonna put this to the side. And I want to dice some pimentos. I already have some pimentos here. It was olive with pimentos. I want to dice some of these olives with pimentos. So let me take this. And we're just gonna put up some of these already round cut olives with pimentos, and we're going to dice it. Dice it as small as you can, because you don't want big chunks in your empanadas when you take a bite. You want everything to marry together. You don't want just a big chunk of olive when you take a bite. Nice and diced. See how finely diced it is? Tiny little pieces. You just want that flavor when everyone takes a bite of that first bite of their empanada. They're not just gonna taste the olives, they're gonna taste the chicken, they're gonna taste the pimentos, they're gonna taste, you know, all that yummy sofrito. It's just gonna be such a yummy bite. So at this point, I am just going to take this and set it aside. And when I come back, I am going to show you. Welcome back. Now we're ready to cook our chicken. First thing you're going to do is, of course, turn on your stove and add some oil, whichever oil you prefer. I'm using olive oil. And we're using chicken breast, so this is pretty good oil. You really are not gonna get that much fat. Chicken breast has no fat in it, basically. All the skin is taken off. It's been seasoning for about half hour now, and we're ready to put it into a skillet. I just like to put it in when it's nice and hot so it could sear. You don't want your chicken just dropped in there. You want to sear it. So we're going to wait a second and just let it come to a little higher temperature. And the first thing I actually want to do is saute a little bit more of the sofrito in the pan. This is gonna add a lot of flavor to your chicken. About 2.5 of my original sofrito, and 1 of the sofrito verde that has cilantro and culantro. My recipe for the sofrito is my first video, so you could look and see how the sofrito is done. It's very easy. You don't have to prepare it every day because you'll have it in your fridge ready to go. So we're going to stir everything together and let all those flavors from the spices release in the oil. And it's a little dry, so I'm going to add a little bit more of the olive oil and bring the heat down. Just want all those flavors to release, the cumin, the garlic, the pimentos, all that yumminess to just release all their flavors into the oil. And now we are going to add our olive and just stir everything together. This is going to melt into the chicken and it's going to make it taste yummy, yummy. We're going to add the chicken. I'm going to bring the heat up now. I didn't want to keep it high because I don't want my sofrito to burn. Okay, so we're gonna keep it there until both sides are seared on both sides. And when I come back, I'm gonna show you the rest of the process. So at this time, our chicken has been cooking and we are going to check how tender it is. And we're gonna take a fork and see how it's falling apart. We're almost there. We just need to add one more thing and let it cook for a few more minutes so everything could incorporate together. And we're going to add about 3/4 of a cup of tomato sauce. I buy the crushed tomatoes sauce. I am going to take a fork and just cut it into more, shred it a little bit with my fork. Just gonna shred it. See how it's easily falling apart? That's how you want your chicken. And once I take it off the stove, I'm gonna shred it even more. I'm gonna let it cool a little bit and shred it even more into fine shreds. In the meantime, I'm just gonna let this cook a little longer. Let me give it a stir. Just a little stir. Make sure all that sauce is incorporated. But what I'm also going to do is try it, see if it needs a little salt, or if I want to put a little more spice into it. All depends how you like your chicken. If you like your chicken really spicy, make it spicy too. Really good. Just needs a little bit more salt. And that's what I mean. It's your kitchen. You season your meat to your palate. So try it before you take it off the heat. Try it, see if it needs a little salt, if it needs a little bit of more pepper. And I'm just going to stir everything together. I am going to add a little bit of more water because I want some of that liquid when I turn off the stove to stay, because as I shred, all that liquid is gonna penetrate the meat, and when you bite into that empanada, it's gonna be so yummy and so juicy. I'm gonna add a little bit of water. Stir everything together. And just let everything cook and marry each other for about 5 minutes. And then we'll take it off the stove. We're gonna let it cool, shred it up really finely, and we're going to put our empanadas together. now we're ready to fry. I fried already a few, so I want to show you how they look nice and golden. And I'm going to show you how to fry the rest. So I had my stove on medium high until I got it to the temperature I wanted. And I just added the empanadas, depending on how big your frying pan is. Mine is pretty small, so I put in about 3. I don't want to overcrowd it. If you have a bigger pot or a fryer, you could certainly add about 4 to 5 empanadas at a time. And you want to keep turning it. And that's my grandson, by the way. He's waiting for his empanada. He's so excited. He already had some of the chicken and he loved it. So he's waiting for an empanada right now. We're letting it cool for him. So right now, I just keep turning it until I get that color, that golden color. Just wait a little bit, and keep turning it until you get it to the color you like. I like it nice and golden color. If you like it a little crispier, you can certainly go a little crispier, but that's the perfect color for an empanada. And it doesn't take long at all. As soon as it browns, you take it out. But you don't want your oil too hot, because what is going to happen is going to brown too quickly and even burn, and it's not going to cook. The dough is not going to cook all the way through. So make sure that you lower it. Right now I have it in a little bit above medium, just a little bit. See how it's bubbling? You don't want to have it too cold either, because you don't want a greasy empanada. You don't want an oily empanada. And here it is. Here's turning to that beautiful color that I like. And I'm going to take it out. Make sure you drain some of that oil. I have a platter here with some paper towel to soak in any of that extra oil. And we're going to just put the rest of the empanadas to fry. You could, please, if you're not very comfortable with just putting your empanadas into the oil, use a tongue or something similar to this and just put it in. I am so used to doing this, I use my hands, but please be safe. I just put in 4 right now. I think we could fit 4 in there, our last 4. And what we do is we put it to the side. That's just in case any oil went into the meat, it drains out. You shouldn't have a problem. See how dry, doesn't look oily? They're perfect. So I have some paper towels here. I'm going to add the other ones too. I'll just wait a little bit. And see it's starting to churn a little color. Turn it so it can start cooking. I turn it around 2 to 3 times until I get the color that I like. See, that's why it's good not to crowd it. It gets a little difficult to turn them. And if you're not an expert with it, it'll burn on you before you turn it. So just be patient and do it 3 at a time if your pot is small. Here I have some corn oil, but you can certainly use any oil you like. It's almost done, Grayson. You ready to eat? He's excited. He loves dinner time. Well, we're at lunchtime right now. Okay, it has that color I like, so I'm going to pull them out and let them drain a little bit. And next, we're going to plate, but I'm also going to show you another trick on how to eat your chicken with a picadillo that I created for this dish. You're going to love it. empanadas are done, our empanada chips are done, the pico de gallo that I made with avocado is done. I have some chicken left over, and the traditional way Dominicans have their empanadas is with ketchup and mayo. It's actually pretty new. And all they do is dip and bite. Delicious. But I have another idea for you. These are the empanadas that I fried. I cut into pieces and fried. And I think you're gonna love this idea. Let me choose first. We're gonna put some chicken right on top. And we're gonna put a little bit of that pico de gallo with the avocado right on top. And there you have an order. Let's try it. It's pretty much a pie, so let's flex a little bit here and find the perfect bite. And here we go. The chip is still crunchy, and the acid from the pico de gallo on top of the chicken, you are going to love this. Enjoy.